We're here at Anderson River Park along the Sacramento River, downstream from Shasta and Keswick Dam. We have the dam in place and a lot of other actions that have reduced the habitat for the small fish. Once they come out of the gravel, they need a place to go.
Side channels are important components for rearing. So the main channel is too deep, it's too fast. So they go into these side channels where there's cover. And then the way they run Shasta Dam is completely opposite of a regular river. So a normal river, you get the winter high flows, it floods these floodplains, floods these side channels. All of the juvenile fish come up out of the gravel from like September to December, when it's normally a flooding season. Well, in the Sacramento River, that's when they want to store water at Shasta Dam. So they drop the flows from like 13,000 to 3,000. All of the side channels become dry, and all these fish are forced into the main channel where all the predators are.
Starting around 2010 or so, there was realization we really need to increase juvenile habitat in the river. We started this work with DWR and Sacramento River Forum and Chico State and a bunch of other folks. We've got 15 projects probably now that we've done along the river.
So the partnership that's been working on these efforts is amazing, and it's because of the partnership that we've had the success that we do.
So for me, the most valuable part of this was finally getting a team that was cohesive and really wanted to see these projects done. There was, a bunch of different entities, including the tribe. And the Yurok tribal members, they grew up fishing, they know the fish. When the tribe comes in, they look at it like, what would a fish like here? So they'll actually build habitat sort of intuitive to what a fish would like.
Our crew, they're all tribal members, and they grew up on the river, and they have such a deep connection with the river, with the plants, with the animals, and it's not just a job for them, it's something that they really believe in.
It takes a lot of people on a team to make a successful project and to think about all the angles that you need to think about to have success. So River Partners, our kind of bread and butter is replanting riparian forests. So we work with the tribe, we work with DWR on thinking about what the ultimate site is going to look like. And so we were brought in as the experts in thinking about revegetation and how to make that contribute to the ultimate success of the salmon.
And the vegetation is important because that's where a lot of the insects grow. The eggs, a lot of times will float down, they'll attach to vegetation, the aquatic insects hatch from that, and that's what the fish feed on.
So the design for a project like this, what we tried to do is look at what nature is doing under current conditions and then enhance that. So we know if water is going to follow this swale down at a high flow, if we dig that swale out, it will probably continue to flow down that path after. Water kind of naturally wants to be there. And so if we can enhance the features that we see already exist, we had all this nice cover elements where the fish can hide and grow and have good food sources. So we really were careful with the equipment operators to not move so fast that you damaged the existing habitat elements that were here. And so that's what they did, is they worked, if there was an overhanging tree that might be good cover, they worked underneath the tree, as opposed to just bulldozing everything and then having to replant all of that later. We wanted to keep all the native riparian species that were there and preserve them. And it worked out really great. And so you can walk out just a few months after a project is complete and it'll look like a natural creek.
Restoration projects can take decades to get on the ground. Everyone involved really was committed to getting these done. And so because of that, we're going into our next drought where the winter run have hopefully a little bit more cushion to withstand a difficult summer.